do if you're losing your audience? The speech is going according to plan. You're hitting the topics you want to talk about, but you look around, people are talking, maybe they're on their cell phones, maybe they look bored, they're daydreaming. Something's wrong, someone's to blame, and chances are it is you. So don't do the most common thing, which is just, let me speak quickly, I can hurry up and finish this unmitigated disaster and get out of here. No, that is not what you want to do. If you've lost your audience, you've got to somehow figure out a way of bringing them back in. Maybe you're boring, maybe you're too abstract, maybe you're confusing. So there's nothing wrong with if you see people with a lot of blank looks on their face, just stop and say, Samson, I feel like I'm being confusing here. Where did I get lost? Don't make it sound like he's the dummy. Make it sound like you are the dummy. Asking a question like that can be totally appropriate. Finish a topic and then toss out, engage the audience. Say, Sandra, has that ever happened to you in your business or in your department after you've finished a particular topic? So it's not a rhetorical question. You actually want her to answer. You want a real conversation. So try to engage them. Part of it may be you're just boring standing in one spot. Move around the room. When I speak, I try to use the whole room, including the very back of the room, the sides of the room. I'm not running around in a herky-jerky way, but I'm trying to create variety. I also want to get close enough to people, whether in the side of the room, the back of the room, so they realize I can see them. So if they're on their cell phone talking about the parties Friday night, they would be embarrassed because they would know I would see it. So that keeps them off. Part of it may be your eye contact is just weak. If you're not really looking at people, holding eye contact for a full thought, they may feel like you're ignoring them, so they should ignore you. You may want to go back and listen to the episode where I go into more detail on eye contact. You may want to just do something that isn't what you planned. You may be thinking, okay, I'm going on and on here. They don't seem to be interested. There was this other message that I thought might be either too advanced or too basic for this group. I'm now going to make a decision on the fly that this is going to be more interesting to them, and I'll talk about that. What you don't want to do is just stay wedded to the same thing. Same speed, same tone, same level of abstraction. If something isn't working, it's time to correct it. Don't just be someone, I'm going to dig this ditch deeper and deeper no matter what. It's never too late to correct things in a speech if you can bring people back, if you can be interesting, if you can ask them a question, if you can get them to talk. This especially works well in a small group presentation, because if someone else is talking, the one thing we know about this person, that he or she is not bored. If they're talking, they're saying stuff that's interesting to them. You may want to do a quick focus group poll and say, all right, I can now talk about any of the following 3 topics. Which one is most relevant to you? And just list the 3 topics. Do something. I'm not suggesting you have to do something that's out of your comfort zone or that isn't authentic to you. I'm not asking you to sing or dance or do a striptease. I'm just asking you to regroup, figure out how to be interesting to this audience before you keep going. Because your goal is not to finish your speech. Your goal is to communicate.